Patricia had envisioned this day for weeks. The ultimate pampering package at the Serenity Springs Spa. It was supposed to be her escape, a momentary reprieve from the relentless pressures of her demanding job and the unspoken expectations she felt to maintain a certain image. She imagined floating in a cloud of lavender-scented steam, her muscles melting under the expert touch of a masseuse, emerging renewed and ready to face the world with unwavering confidence. But from the moment she stepped into the pristine lobby, a subtle unease began to creep in. The receptionist, though polite, didn't seem to recognize her as the special guest she felt she was. Perhaps it was the off-brand handbag she'd grabbed in a hurry, or maybe the faint smudge of mascara she'd missed during her rushed morning routine. Whatever the reason, Patricia couldn't shake the feeling that she was being assessed, judged, and found wanting. This wasn't how it was supposed to begin. The waiting area was a symphony of soft beige and calming water features, yet Patricia found herself increasingly agitated. Women in plush robes glided past, radiating an effortless serenity she desperately craved. She flipped through a magazine, not registering a single word. Every rustle of the pages felt amplified, every cough a pointed judgment. Was she overdressed, underdressed? She caught a glimpse of herself in a mirrored wall while her reflection seemed to mock her anxieties. Her normally meticulously styled hair appeared flat, her carefully applied makeup a mask of forced composure. The delay stretched on, each minute feeling like an eternity. She'd specifically requested a private room, but the receptionist had simply smiled vaguely and told her there was a slight adjustment to the schedule. Patricia felt a simmering resentment begin to bubble beneath the surface of her carefully constructed calm. The facial was fine. The esthetician, a woman named Sarah, was undeniably skilled, but her quiet, professional demeanor felt distant. Patricia had hoped for a friendly chat, a shared moment of vulnerability, perhaps even a compliment on her radiant skin which, let's be honest, owed more to expensive creams than natural genetics. Instead, Sarah focused on the task at hand, efficiently cleansing, exfoliating, and masking Patricia's face. Patricia tried to engage her in conversation, subtly hinting at her important position at the law firm, but Sarah remained unfazed, offering only polite, generic responses. Patricia felt a familiar wave of frustration wash over her. Why wasn't she being treated with the deference she deserved? Was she invisible? She pictured the other women in the spa, undoubtedly receiving preferential treatment, their every whim catered to with obsequious attentiveness. The massage therapist, a muscular man named Mark, was strong, perhaps too strong. Patricia had requested a relaxing Swedish massage, but his firm grip felt more akin to a deep tissue excavation. She winced slightly, hoping he would notice and adjust his pressure, but he remained oblivious, his focus solely on untangling the knots in her tense shoulders. Patricia tried to subtly direct him, suggesting he concentrate on her neck, but her instructions seemed to fall on deaf ears. She felt increasingly uncomfortable, trapped beneath his unrelenting touch. The soothing music and aromatherapy oils, designed to induce tranquility, only served to amplify her discomfort. It was supposed to be a transformative experience, a journey into blissful relaxation, but instead, it felt like a grueling endurance test. She longed for the massage to end. The final straw came at the juice bar. Patricia had eagerly anticipated the post-treatment refreshment, envisioning a vibrant concoction of exotic fruits and revitalizing elixirs. Instead, she was confronted with a limited selection of pre-made juices in uninspired flavors. "Surely you have something more bespoke?" she inquired, her tone laced with a hint of disdain. The attendant, a cheerful but clearly unimpressed young man, simply pointed to the menu board. Patricia scanned the options: green detox, berry blast, citrus cleanse, none of them remotely appealing. Where was the personalized attention, the customized service she had expected? She felt a surge of indignation. This was an outrage. She deserved a handcrafted blend, tailored to her specific needs and preferences. Was it too much to ask for a little bit of special treatment? Armed with righteous indignation, Patricia marched to the spa manager's office. She recounted her litany of grievances, her voice rising with each perceived slight. The receptionist's initial indifference, the delayed appointment, the lackluster facial, the overly aggressive massage, and the utterly unacceptable juice selection. She expected the manager to be apologetic, to offer a profuse apology and a generous discount. perhaps even a complimentary future visit. Instead, the manager, a composed woman with a weary smile, listened patiently, nodding occasionally. When Patricia finally paused, breathless and flushed with anger, the manager simply said, "I'm sorry you didn't fully enjoy your experience today, Miss Patricia." She then offered a small discount on her next visit, a gesture that felt more like an insult than a genuine attempt at reconciliation. As Patricia drove home, the anger slowly began to dissipate, replaced by a gnawing sense of disappointment. She replayed the day's events in her mind, scrutinizing her own behavior. Had she been too demanding, too entitled? Was she expecting too much? She realized that her desire for VIP treatment stemmed from a deeper insecurity, a constant need for validation. She equated special attention with worth, believing that if she wasn't recognized as important, she wasn't important. The spa experience, intended to be a source of relaxation and rejuvenation, had instead become a stark reminder of her own vulnerabilities. The quiet hum of the engine filled the silence as Patricia grappled with this uncomfortable truth. The following weeks were a blur of long hours and mounting stress. Patricia threw herself back into her work, burying herself in legal briefs and client meetings. The memory of the spa day faded into the background, overshadowed by the daily demands of her career. But every now and then, a fleeting thought would surface, a whisper of self-doubt that she couldn't quite silence. Was she living up to her own expectations? Was she truly happy? She realized that she was using her job as a shield, a way to avoid confronting the deeper issues that plagued her. The pursuit of success had become a relentless cycle, fueled by a fear of failure and a desperate need for external validation. One Saturday morning, Patricia found herself volunteering at a local soup kitchen. She ladled steaming bowls of soup for the hungry, offering a warm smile and a kind word to each person she served. As she looked into their grateful faces, she experienced a profound shift in perspective. These weren't faceless recipients of charity. They were individuals with their own stories, their own struggles, and their own inherent worth. In that moment, Patricia realized that true value wasn't found in special treatment or recognition, but in connection, compassion, and service to others. The desire for VIP status seemed trivial in comparison to the simple act of making a difference in someone's life. She felt a sense of peace she hadn't experienced in years. Patricia slowly began to reevaluate her priorities. She started saying no to late-night work commitments, prioritizing her well-being and her relationships. She rediscovered her love for painting, a hobby she had abandoned years ago in her pursuit of professional success. She spent more time with her friends, laughing and sharing stories without the need to impress or prove herself. The need for external validation gradually diminished as she cultivated a deeper sense of self-acceptance. The Karen persona, the demanding, entitled woman who craved special treatment, began to fade away, replaced by a more authentic, compassionate version of herself. Patricia finally understood that true happiness wasn't found in VIP treatment, but in genuine connection and a life lived with purpose.